Stay tuned and let's check out this Marvel Legends Hellfire Club box set. Hello and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And today in front of me, of course, I have the Marvel Legends Hellfire Club box set. Now, this was supposed to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but thanks to 2020's unique circumstances, it turned into a Hasbro PulseCon exclusive, which fortunately made it quite easier for a lot of people to get their hands on, including myself. So I'm very happy to have this in front of me, as the Hellfire Club did start off in the UK, the British social elite, if you will. So it makes sense for Dan W to have this. So the packaging is beautiful. We get the logo on the front and it is in like a little slip cover. So if we take that out, and I do apologise, this box is quite big and my review station can hardly handle it and my lights are all over the place, but you can forgive me. So we have the gates here, which look very nice, and this Velcro opens up. And then the first thing you see is this nice picture of the inner circle, which is of course Jean Grey as the Black Queen. We have Sebastian Shaw as the Black King. Then we have the White Queen, Emma Frost, and then we have the White Bishop, I believe, which is Donald Pearce. And yeah, this is a very nice sort of picture frame, if you will. And if you turn it round, it has this letter. And if you take this letter out, it actually is, believe it or not, an invitation to actually join the Hellfire Club. Now, I'm not going to read this. I'll save this for when you get your own. But yes, very nice touch. So bravo to the Hasbro packaging team for putting this together. This is very nice. And they always go above and beyond for those exclusives. So let me take this out of the way. And you'll see the figures behind it. Now, this is the main event. This is what we're here for. So we have Jean Grey, and then we have that interchangeable Selena head. Selena, if you will, is the sort of modern day Black Queen. Jean Grey was when she got manipulated by Mastermind and joined the Hellfire Club. Then we have Sebastian Shaw, a long-time member of the Inner Circle, and then we have Emma Frost. This is people's probably mind-eye version of Emma Frost. This is the Emma Frost people probably wanted, but we haven't got yet in the sort of Hasbro era, so very happy to have that. And then Donald Pearce. Most people probably remember Donald Pearce for being like in charge of the Reavers. Obviously he's cybernetic, he's a robot type vibe, he's replaced all his organs with biotechnology, if you will. But he did start off in the Hellfire Club, of course, but this is a very nice box set with some nice accessories as well. So the packaging is beautiful. As I said, it's really hard to show off, but we get these nice pictures and little bios here. I'll try and take a better picture and throw it on the screen, but there you see Donald Pearce and Emma Frost looking very nice. And then on the other side, we have Sebastian Shaw and Jean Grey, of course, looking very, very good. So, as I said, once you get this in hand, you'll see for yourself. It is beautiful. Bravo, Hasbro. But let's be honest, we're here for the toys. So let's take them out, shall we? So here we have the Inner Circle out of the packaging, and they really do look good in hand, up close in person. I'm sure people are going to be very happy with this set once they get their hands on it. So they come with a few accessories as well, mainly interchangeable hands, but I will identify which ones go with which as we work our way through these one by one. And let's start off with the Black Queen herself, Jean Grey. So here we have Jean Grey as the Black Queen. Now, this is when the mutant mastermind manipulated her brain to join the Hellfire Club, but she eventually got revenge on him when she turned into the Phoenix and had made him go insane. But what's nice about this as well is that we also get an interchangeable head to have Selena, which is another Black Queen, the more modern Black Queen, and she's essentially the longest living human mutant, as she can absorb people's life force. So I'll swap that on and show you in a minute. We get a whip as well, and I'm sure we've seen this before with maybe Black Cat, but it's made of a softer plastic as air, so it does whip around a little bit. And then she also comes with 3 sets of hands, grips, fists, and then these sort of more dynamic ones that we see on all the female Marvel Legends. Her cape's a little bit dynamic as well. It sort of flares out a little bit, and it is like a harder shell. It's not rock hard, it will bend a little bit, but it definitely sort of has its own position when you've got a pose. Now, she does wear those heels, so it is very frustrating to get her to stand, but she looks very nice. Let's zoom in and take a closer look at this new body mold, and also this nice interchangeable head swap him. Taking a closer look at Jean, this is a very nice face sculpt. I like how the eye makeup sort of complements her red hair. She has that dark red eyeshadow and those dark red sort of maroon lips. And this is a very classy hairstyle. She's got her hair up in a bun, and I like the black wash to really show off the sculpt there as well. And I definitely don't think we've seen this on another female Marvel Legend. I like the way the little hairs dangle towards the bottom as well. Very nice sculpt, very classy, as it should be for the Hellfire Club. So yeah, this is very nice. Now she's got like some sort of choker on as well, with the sort of dog collar themed with the little spikes and that rose clasp for the cape. She's got quite a light skin tone. And yeah, this looks really nice for Jean. So if we just take a look at the rest of the body while we're here, you can see she's got the corset, the bottoms, the black bottoms to match the black thigh highs, moving down to these annoying heels that are really hard to get her to stand. She's got like these gloves on that go all the way up to the top of the arm. And then, as I said, she's got these flared out hands, but she does have other hands, which we'll show off in a minute. But I really want to see what it looks like with the Selene head on there, because that's how I'm probably going to display my figure as this isn't my mind's eye version of Jean. It's nice to have it in the Hellfire Club, but I want the new Black Queen. And here we have Selene looking very nice. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I definitely see elements of Billy Kay from the Iconics. And if you don't know who they are, you don't get that reference. But that's what I'm seeing when I first look at this. But I do like the look. I like the purple lips with the purple eyeshadow, that long black hair as well that sort of sits over the shoulders. And if I spin around, you'll see there's not a lot of detail in the hair because it's all black, but it does sit quite far down on the back. But it doesn't get in the way of the cape or anything like that. It sits nicely over the shoulders. So this is probably how I'm going to display my Black Queen, with this Selene head on there. As I said, you can't tell, but she is thousands of years old because she's been draining the life force out of people for many, many years. But yeah, she looks very nice. So let's look at the accessories she comes with. So she comes with these flared out hands, which, as I said, we've seen these many, many times before on a lot of female Marvel Legends. But she also comes with two fisted hands, which is always nice to have more sort of simple hands on a female rather than always having the flared out ones. So yeah, two fists, nice look. She also has these two grip hands, and that is because she needs to hold her other accessory, which is this whip. So let's get this in her hands, and her hands are quite a soft plastic, and so is this whip, to be fair. So yeah, let me zoom out a little bit and see if we can take a look at Selena. So there is Selene. I keep saying Selena, it's Selene with her whip. So I definitely think people are going to like this look for a female Marvel Legend. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, an all black whip, as I said, much softer plastic. It's definitely the same mold that we've got with like Black Cat and people in the past, but it's a much softer version of that. So it will whip around a little bit. But yeah, looking good. Now, since it's a new body, we'll quickly go over articulation. Now, the ball joint for the diaphragm is hidden at the bottom of the corset. So she is sitting on a ball there. So there's no crunch or anything like that, but it will give you a decent bit of up and down. So you can get a forward and back, not bad at all, considering there's not a lot, right? It doesn't look like there's a lot there on the front. But the rest is the same as a standard female Marvel Legend. The shoulders will come up. This one, the cape sort of drapes over it. So if you take the cape off, I'm sure the shoulder will come up the same. Single jointed elbows, as a female Legends usually do. Nothing new there, I'm afraid. Legs go out forward quite a bit. They go back nice amount as well, but again, the cape's there. But as you can see, it's a soft cape. It goes out the way. Double jointed knees. Those heels are very annoying, but she will go up and down, and there is pivot on them. So yeah, for a female Marvel Legend, this is what you would expect, to be fair. The head is on a ball, so it will go forward and the back, but the hair's like literally resting against the back of her. So you're going to get more head movement out of the Jean head than you will the Selene. But yeah, for a female Marvel Legend, it's what you would expect. But yeah, so far, so good. Next up, we have Sebastian Shaw, looking like he's come straight off the set of Hamilton. And yeah, this is an old-timey look for Sebastian Shaw. As he's been around a while, he has those sort of energy-absorbing sort of powers. So I believe the accessories that come with him are a set of fisted hands, even though you seem to be able to swap the same hands with him and Donald. And then you get the Hellfire book as well, that actually has the Hellfire logo on, and then the Magneto helmet, as he has been known to want to block out telepaths and whatnot, and Magneto's helmet does exactly that. So let's take a closer look at Shaw. So here's our closer look at Shaw, and I do like that sinister little grin on his face there. You can see his sort of mutton chop sideburns, very old-timey, and then on the back you can see he's actually got a ponytail with a little ribbon there. So yeah, I do like that head sculpt for Shaw. Very evil and sinister. Now his whole outfit is old-timey, and he's got like this sort of neckerchief on, if you will. And if you move that out of the way, you can see that there used to be a tie. So I think they're using a Marvel Legends suited body as the base, and then they've sort of put on top this sort of plastic piece, this sort of rubbery overlay, if you will. So the overlay is nice, just all one solid piece with some sculpted detail on there, and then the buckles are like painted, all those buttons. And again, it's like the red and blue, and the sleeves seem new because you've got like these sort of cuffs, if you will, a little bit frilly on either side. Moving down to the legs, seem like some normal sort of bottoms, and then the lower third are like, as I said, straight off the set of Hamilton, these old-timey shoes, and the swivel is there hidden at the top of the trousers. So yeah, very old-timey look for Sebastian Shaw, but it works for the character. As I said, it looks like he's about to do some composing at an orchestra or something. But yeah, Sebastian Shaw looks good. So what does he come with? So the hands you get are 2 open palm hands. And that is so you can hold some of the accessories, which include, first, this Hellfire sort of, I don't know, recipe book, sign-in book, rule book. But either way, it's the same book that we've got previously with Beast, but as you can see, it has the Hellfire logo on the front. A nice sculpted texture on there, to be fair, as well. And if you have a look on the other side, if you can see, it is the same as we got with Beast. You can even see that little thumbprint for where Beast's hand's meant to go. But you can sort of get Sebastian to hold it in those hands. But again, he's not perfect for those hands, but he will hold it, not a problem. He also comes with a Magneto helmet. So Magneto has a lot of history with the Hellfire Club, of course. He has been the Black King himself at some point. But Sebastian Shaw wants to use his helmet so telepaths can't read his mind, of course. So obviously he can't wear it because he's got a massive ponytail on the back of his head. But maybe if you wanted to cut that ponytail off and have Sebastian wearing it, you could. I think he has wore it in the comics, of course, and even in the movies. But yeah, that's a nice touch. You can even use this for your Magneto with an unmasked Eric Linshaw head. So if you've been buying all those Magnetos, now you can have an ultimate version with the unmasked Eric Linshaw head and have him holding this. So I actually quite like this as a nice touch. But yeah, let's see his articulation, and we can see the arms will go double, but as you can see, only a little bit 90. The arms do go all the way up, to be fair, spin all the way around. There is a swivel there at the top of the bicep as well. Now, there is an ab crunch hidden under this sort of layer, so it does work. You just can't see it. But as I said, I think there's a suited body under there. So not so much back, more forward. But as I said, this sort of rubbery piece is going to limit that. The head has a bit of movement as well. But again, that ponytail gets in the way. Neckerchief piece is a separate piece. So you could like pop that off if you wanted to. But again, you're going to see where the tie used to be. Legs is standard, what you'd expect. They go out that far forward. There's a swivel at the top of the thigh. Double jointed knees, of course, and then there's an ankle pivot with on a rocker. And as I said, this sort of top overlay piece does go down to the back. And as I said, I like the blues, I like the reds. There is like a texture to it as well, with a bit of dark wash. But yeah, very old-timey. And I should mention as well, he comes with a pair of fisted hands. So if you want to do some old-timey fisticuffs with Sebastian Shaw, he's ready to rumble. Moving on to the White Queen, Emma Frost. She looks great. She only comes with one set of interchangeable hands, which are these fisted hands. And her cape is definitely different to the Jean Grey Selina. As you can see, the sculpted fur up top, and it sits a lot closer to the body. It's the same head sculpt that I think we've seen before with the previous Emma Frost, which I'll show you in a minute. But she's obviously going to vanish against my white background. So let's change that up to get a closer look. So Emma looks good with that blonde bob, and I do think we've seen this head sculpt before, but this time she's got like a different sort of makeup deco. As you can see, that light blue eyeshadow and those red lips. The hair seems to be a bit more of a brighter yellow, but you can see the tonal change. It gets darker towards the bottom, but there's not as much wash to sort of bring out that sculpt as some of the other figures. Now there is a darker wash in this sort of fur on this sculpted fur on this cape with that blue casp there. So it does give the sort of fur look, if you will. But if you're just going to have Emma standing there with the cape draped over her, she does look nice. She does look classy. Very nice Emma Frost, as you can see. Definitely be able to get her in some nice poses for sure. But the rest of the body is the exact same as Celine, but obviously now in white. So white corset, white bottoms, white thigh highs, white gloves, and the cape is obviously different as well, all the way around. It's a very nice white cape. I got a little blemish on mine, but nothing major. But again, looks very nice. Again, this is probably the Emma Frost people wanted, the White Queen Emma Frost, in probably this outfit as well. But yeah, looking very nice. Now, she comes with a set of the standard sort of female Magic Marvel Legend hands. You've seen these before. She also comes with a set of fisted hands as well, which is always a nice touch for a more sort of casual look. Now, I popped on the other head sculpt that we got with the Walgreens exclusive Emma, but as you can see, the tones of the skin don't match and it doesn't really sit on the body nicely. It sits too high on the neck, so you definitely can't use this head sculpt with this body unless you do a bit of modification. Same with the Walgreens exclusive main head. The tones don't match. The hair is too big to sort of sit nicely on the neck with this cape, and yeah, too high on the neck. So unfortunately, won't work. And here we have Emma compared to the Walgreens exclusive Emma, and as you can see, you can have your two different versions of Emma now, but the skin tones are definitely different and you can't swap those heads. So you can have a White Queen and Black Queen Emma Frost if you want, because she has been both in the Hellfire Club. And just comparing these two, they share the exact same body, but one's in white, one's in black. But as you can see, taking a closer look now, the skin tones are different as well. Emma Frost is more pink, while Selena's a little bit more tanned. So again, it's not a straight up same sort of skin tone. So the head swapping is probably not an option, unfortunately, with these two. And last but by no means least, here we have Donald Pearce, aka the White Bishop. And obviously these robot hands go with him, as he is all cybernetic and is part robot essentially. He has like techno organs, and he has like these futuristic guns. He steals tech from the future as his part. He basically founded the Reavers, and he's obsessed with Wolverine because Wolverine chopped his arm off. So I'm assuming this little piece here, this cowl here for Wolverine, is just meant to be a complementary piece to Donald Pearce. Now he is in the exact same body as Sebastian Shaw, but in a different coloured deco, as we've got the greys and greens rather than, well, the browns and greens rather than the greys and blues. So exact same body, but with a new head sculpt, which is of course Donald Pearce. So let's zoom in and take a look at that. So here's a closer look at Donald, and again, a nice little sinister grin. I like the little creases on the cheeks there, with his sort of planning. He's planning something. He's up to something, this guy. But yeah, I like the face sculpt. A more mature Donald Pearce, if you will. Now, the hair is nicely sculpted. I don't think we've seen this before in a Marvel Legend. And there is some wash in there to sort of show off the sculpt. But yeah, very nice. And the body is the same as Sebastian Shaw. Just this time, brown with the greens. So it's the same textures, the exact same. And again, it's on that sort of base suited body. You can see where the tie goes behind this neckerchief piece. So yeah, very nice look. And then the bottoms are more of a sort of green sort of colour, and then the same shoes. So yeah, looking good. So if I bring in Sebastian Shaw, you can see for yourself, exact same suits, if it focuses for me. So yeah, that same bodies, just in those different colours. So which colour do you prefer? Completely up to you. You could swap the heads if you wanted to, and you can swap the interchangeable hands. But Donald does come with his own set of hands, which are unique to him, because he, of course, he's mostly a robot or cyborg of some sort. And let's have a look. There you go. There's his robotic hands. As I said, he's sort of replaced all of his organs and body parts with cybernetics and sort of techno organs. And yeah, so one of them is a trigger finger hand, because he does come with a couple of like Marvel Legend Nerf guns. So let's have a look at them. So nothing new here. We've seen this before. Sort of futuristic blaster, which is fine because Donald Pearce does sort of steal tech from the future to a certain extent. And I think we've seen this before with maybe Domino or a Deadpool, but it works. The second one is a bigger sort of blaster. And again, we've seen this before. All black, futuristic style gun, but Donald will hold them both with his robot hands, and the other hands do have a trigger finger as well, so you can hold on with the human hands as well if you want. And lastly, you get this Wolverine Cowl as well, just a little pack in, because Wolverine did chop off Donald Pearce's arm to sort of reveal that he is partly a robot. So yeah, he's obviously obsessed with Wolverine. That's why he goes and starts the Reavers and starts hunting him and all that stuff. So this is how I'm going to display my Hellfire Club on the shelf. I prefer the Selena head sculpt over the Jean Grey version, as I already have my favourite version of Jean Grey on the shelf, which is that Jim Lee look. So I like adding new characters to the display, and I really like how Selena looks there. Again, new characters is always good. Same with Donald Pearce and Sebastian Shaw. Very happy to have them. And then again, the White Queen Emma Frost, the version we all wanted, looks very nice as well. So with those Hellfire Goons, with the Stepford Cuckoos, you can definitely build your little own section of the Hellfire Club on your display. Here we have Shaw compared to a couple of Hellfire Goons. Of course, these are essential for your Hellfire Club display, I believe, and I think they are going to look great with the crew. And I will leave the ACBA up to the experts, but again, these Hellfire Goons are really going to set off the display. I genuinely think they look good with any of the crew. Here we have Wolverine compared to Donald Pearce and Sebastian Shaw, and yes, this cowl is the same yellow as that version of Wolverine. Here we have Emma compared to the Stepford Cuckoos, well, 3 of them at least, and she scales really nice with them. Emma always looks good posed up with the Cuckoos. So, final thoughts, I'm obviously very happy to finally add this classic looking Hellfire Club to my collection. As I said, that is the Emma Frost I've always wanted. It's nice to get Sebastian Shaw, Donald Pearce, and even Selene. Now you can see the Hellfire Goons at the back and the Stepford Cuckoos. So obviously the collection's looking very nice. And you can use the back of the packaging for a nice little backdrop. And again, I'll leave the ACBA to the experts. But again, just showing you how easy it is to set these guys up to look nice on display. So as always, you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of this Hellfire Club box set? Did you buy it? Always curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know. But as always, you want to see more Marvel Legends reviews, and you're in the right place. Make sure you go over to the videos tab, find the playlist, look at the videos, but please, please, please hit that subscribe button and help the channel grow. If you are in a position to support the channel, you can on Patreon. Links in the description. But until then, people, my name is Dan W, and I will, of course, see you on the next one.